Alright, look. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. We in Los Angeles and we turning up. It's Beyond the D Podcast, episode 3. So look, I want y'all to introduce yourselves. Go ahead, start with you. What's your name? Where you from? Tell me about yourself.
I'm Allie. I'm originally from Florida.
Okay,
I've lived in LA for almost 8 years now.
Eight? You lying? 8 years?
Yeah, 8 years.
Why Florida though? LA for 8 years though.
I wanted to work in the movie business.
Well, okay,
honestly.
bet.
So I moved out here after college.
Alright, bet. No. Well, I'm Trey Little from Detroit. Born on the east side, raised on the west. Listen, man, hood. Look, y'all already know what it is. Alright, go ahead.
I'm Lauren. I'm originally from Miami, and I moved out here 6 years ago.
6 to 8 years. Okay, bet.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
I don't want to say my name.
Okay, go
Should
ahead.
I?
But introduce yourself.
You want me to say my name?
I mean, you
Should
ain't
we
got
not
to.
say our
Like, just
names?
go ahead. No, y'all good. Go ahead. Just talk.
Okay, I'm Hannah. I'm from Detroit, and that's all y'all need to know.
Okay.
Bow. All right. So look, why did you move from LA? I mean, from Miami to LA. Why?
No, you were from Miami to LA. Tell
Me,
us.
Miami from LA.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I've always wanted to live in LA.
Okay.
I've always wanted to work in the film industry,
Okay.
Same.
and that's exactly what I did.
What
I-
film industry?
Well, when I was younger, I wanted to act.
Okay, bet.
And then I had a terrible acting coach who broke my spirit. So if you are an actor, keep acting. Don't let anybody tell you not to act.
It'd be like that.
And then I work in casting now. So I
Okay.
hire actors.
What
on-
movies though? Like, what type of movies?
I work in animation.
Animation. Okay, bet,
Yeah.
bet. Okay. So voiceovers and all that.
Voiceover actors, yeah. I used to
Okay.
work in live action casting too. But it was a little depressing because, it's all about looks. So
I
it was
do it.
it was hard. But voiceover is just fun. It's about your voice and
So
it's your
LA is-
energy.
LA is brutal when it comes to looks and all that, or what?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
Oh my
like my
God.
4th time here, so I don't know.
Well, no, I don't know how the actors do it. That has absolutely got to be soul crushing because it's just
It's
all about
really bad.
how you look.
Because
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
just some
and the
old
rest of
crusty
society,
white
everything.
dude at the top
Yeah.
of whatever network you're working for being like, wow, we love that you found the perfect person for this role, but I want a blonde with big tits. And then they just make you
man.
start all
That's
over.
it.
That's crazy.
Even
how
for the
it goes.
voiceovers?
Not for voiceover. That's why I
Okay.
do voiceover now,
Okay,
because
okay.
I didn't like when I was
it
working.
sound like dog bitter or something. Like, you feel me? Like,
It's just,
I
don't
can't
know,
imagine.
The acting scene is.
It's hard.
that's crazy.
It's hard out here.
So is it basically like if you don't pay to look the look, even if you're good, even if you have the talent, but you don't,
Sometimes you just will not get it.
that's fucked up.
And it's not even, it doesn't mean that you are not beautiful or you are not
Right.
talented. It's just about some random person who has more power than you making an executive decision.
Yeah.
So
He
it
probably
sucks.
just mad,
Yeah.
bitter, picky. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Peter Picky, you know? Peter Picky, man.
I'm
Look.
not an actor, no.
Yeah, thank God I'm not an actor.
So 8 years. You've been for 8 years?
Yeah.
That's crazy. This like my 3rd, 4th time.
Ever?
8 years? Yes.
Wow.
No, I love
How are you liking it?
I mean, I'm loving it. Like, so I went to Vegas. Vegas was dope.
Ooh, Vegas.
I didn't
We're going
spend
next
it-
week.
Yes, we're going
For
Wait,
what?
we need to go to Vegas, all 4 of
We
us.
should.
We will be
Oh,
there next
no,
week.
we are literally going.
Next
For
week.
what?
Okay,
For
we're
what?
gonna plan another
fun.
trip.
Yeah, for fun.
See,
We're
look,
gonna
I ain't
drive.
spent enough time in Vegas to really like assess it for what it is, but it was fun so far. Shout out to Rolo Tomasi. I was there with the homie, the Godfather. You feel me? But LA is dope though. The traffic is crazy.
The traffic is
If you come
high.
from Miami, the traffic's not that crazy.
I feel you, but the construction in Detroit is so nuts that the traffic wasn't that bad. Or
Even here, like literally, people will be like, "Oh, the traffic in LA." Like my friends and family were saying, like, "Oh, how are you gonna drive out there?" Because like, I'm like, "Oh, Trey's gonna drive." Blah blah blah.
It just
And I'm-
takes a while.
No.
Like, it's not that crazy.
It's
Shit
not that
here is
crazy.
nothing compared to where we're
Parking
at.
lot.
No.
It takes an hour to get from like point A to point B, like nobody
Uh-huh.
to Detroit.
I
It should take. You want the air tunnel?
A li-
more?
A little bit.
the heat.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, but look, real talk. We sat in the parking lot for an hour today at the mall. What was that mall?
Wait, which mall?
Where'd you
What
go?
was that
Century
mall?
City?
I don't know. It was
Beverly
like
Center.
I was
Man, look.
Glendale Galleria.
when I
Yes,
say we was
yes,
in the parking lot.
Americana.
It
When
was
I
the
say-
Americana? Oh funny.
When I say we was in a parking
Wait,
lot
was
for
it
an
really?
hour, I
All
ain't never in
I
my
wanted was
life
Cinnabon.
seen
He
nothing
was
like
we're not
that
getting no
before.
Cinnabon. He
I
was
love
like,
Cinnabon.
come on, let me get no Cinnabon today.
I ain't
How
never.
dare
We
you?
can get you a Cinnabon tomorrow. Look.
You gotta get her a Cinnabon in the airport.
Never in my life have I
Oh,
ever
wow.
sat in
Like
the
the
parking
extra
lot for
frosting?
an hour. I was like, dog,
Wait,
what?
why were you in the parking lot? Did she go?
'Cause
to
we're in
find
LA.
Cinnabon? Oh, you mean on the freeway.
We was
Got it.
trying to
Okay,
get
got
out
it.
of the mall.
An
It took
hour,
an hour to
literally
get out
got
the
it.
mall. Listen, I ain't never in my life experienced nothing like that before.
Yeah.
Like literally an hour later, I'm like, so to the point I actually got out the mall, I was doing 100 miles per hour. Like, listen, we finally out of here.
Wait, I still gotta know what mall it is.
No,
What
it's
was
the
that mall?
Glendale
You know?
one that you
Glendale?
said.
No
The
shit.
Americana.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's fucked over there.
Fuck
All right, so
that.
look.
All I want is a Cinnabon. Fuck that mall.
Listen.
Yeah, fuck it.
So
I'm
you
so
moved from
sorry.
where? Where did you
It's
move
his
from?
fault.
I went to school in Orlando.
Orlando. Okay.
Orlando, Florida. So I moved from Orlando after I graduated.
Why did you move to LA though? Was it like
Well,
a dream
no,
or what?
I wanted to like work in the movie business. I don't know. I didn't have big dreams where I was like, I have to be a director or nothing else. I just wanted to be part of it. So I just moved out here to see
What you
where
could do.
where I could get my
Yeah.
foot in the door, to see where I would end up, just to work in any capacity in movies is what I wanted to do.
So 8 years later, how was it going?
It's going great, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tell, like, give me some. Yeah, go ahead.
I work in visual effects now.
Okay, but so animation and all that.
No, just
I'm,
all
I'm a
special
coordinator,
effects.
like kind of on the studio side. Yeah, so I've worked on some big movies. So,
Okay, but no, drop some. You can't just say the movie. Drop some. Look.
I worked on Aquaman.
Shut
worked
up.
on
Lying for real.
No, she
Yeah.
did. She worked on
Okay, bet.
Joker.
No, I love Joker for real.
Yeah, for
No.
real.
Cause I'm
I
kinda
mean,
crazy,
I'm
my-
You were trying to watch that like a month ago.
Cause I'm crazy myself. So when I see Joker, I'm like, yo, I mess with Joker. Cause you know.
I have a subject change question
Go ahead.
about LA. Okay, so when you guys both been out in LA, right,
Mhm.
for a long time. So when you go about dating, like, question one, is your main way of dating in this town the apps?
So far, yes.
Yes.
What-
She has a lot more experience than I.
What's
do.
like the main apps you all use here?
Hinge.
Hinge.
Yeah.
I
I've been
don't-
on Tinder too. I've never met anyone from Tinder, but
I don't
So-
have Tinder. I don't have Bumble. I just
So
have Hinge.
what,
Hinge.
like, when you're on those apps, what is like? Sorry, I feel like I'm asking
No, go
a
ahead.
question,
Go
but I
ahead.
feel like it's
Go
gonna
ahead.
help
You got it.
you.
You got it. You got it in the bag. Let's go.
So, when you're on these apps, when you're swiping, right? Like,
Mhm.
what makes you swipe right to a guy, and what makes
good.
you swipe right to a guy, and what makes you message someone first?
Mm.
Mm.
ooh, it's.
I
here's
actually
the
have
thing.
a really funny story about this
No,
because
both of you.
I
There's
You wanna
no
go?
there's no real answer. All I can tell you is it's all about the sauce.
Okay.
do they have the sauce?
Do they have the sauce?
What does that
Break it
mean
down,
here?
break it down.
It's not a clear cut thing for
It's
every
not
person.
just
It
something you
depends,
have.
you
It's
know.
like you see it and you're like, okay.
They've got some riz or
So-
they've got some
yes.
So do you
something
believe,
interesting going on.
So do you believe if you match, so Hinge, right? You can.
Mhm.
They either match with you and you match back, or you can match them and they'll match back. So
Right.
do you believe the man should match you first, or do you believe that you as a woman needs to
Oof.
like instigate?
I don't think it matters.
Well, I can
It
tell
depends
you,
on how secure you are as a
Mm.
woman.
all the men that like
That's-
me
I think.
are straight uggos, I'm not gonna lie. They're hideous people who
Out here?
I don't want to talk to.
Out here?
Yeah.
What is it
There
like?
are some
Selfies in the
others.
car? Is it like selfies
No,
in the car or
just
something or what?
like gross men, and definitely men who have lied about their age.
Out of
like,
shape,
fit
all
within the brackets. But no, every time, all of my like good matches are been people that I have liked, who then have liked
Mm.
me back.
Okay, bet.
So what's
okay,
your
that's a
ideal
good
match?
point. Okay.
Yeah. What's your
What's your
ideal
ideal
match?
match?
What's your ideal match? What's your ideal
Little
relationship?
earring.
Oh, I love a man with a little earring.
If he has a little earring in a photo, she will.
That's it. I love bleached hair. Again, I don't know. It's not like one thing that I'm looking for. You just see somebody and you know.
It's like you try to pick up as much as you can from their energy, from their profile.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, like, you know,
You
some
wanna
people
go
put, like Hinge has voice memos so they can like record something
Mm-hmm.
and show off their voice.
That's how.
That's
we
what I like
match.
about Hinge
That's how we
versus
match.
Bumble and Tinder.
That's
Yeah,
how we match.
because
Hinge
it's a
is
little
more
more
wholesome.
It feels more
interactive.
personal. It feels way more authentic.
Yeah.
Tinder is more like I'm turned up, I'm lit, y'all know.
Yeah,
what it
and you're
is.
just
Well,
it's more of a mindless scroll.
Bumble
than
is
Tinder.
like, oh, look at me, but Hinge is like, yo,
I've
you
never
get
been
the
on
whole like 5 different dynamics of who somebody is.
It also depends what you're looking for. Like,
Right.
Right.
you know?
So do you believe, like, in the relationships or etc. I hate the word relationship. I think it's like a fuck term.
I agree.
And the men you are looking for on these apps or period out in public, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
do you believe if someone comes up to you and is like, I vibe with him, I like him, we going on dates, we're having fun, do you think this man needs to be only solely for you? And that's like for both of you. Do you are you okay with this man still seeing other women? Or you think
I think you have
In
to talk
theory,
about it.
yes.
Ooh,
No,
okay.
it's all situational.
I think you have to
think.
talk about it,
but
but
no, for you as women, right? Because for you
Right.
as women, you should know what you
Right.
like. You should know what
you
you're
should know
comfortable
what
with.
you want, and you should know what the other person is doing just out of
Personally,
common courtesy.
Correct.
That's the stage I'm in right now. I am not looking for a relationship. I do
Same.
not want that. I do not want to lock anything down. I do not want monogamy. No.
I just want
Crazy.
fun.
Cause I'll say this, look, back home where we from in Michigan, the thing I deal with is like, I don't care, like women don't care if you a millionaire, they don't care if you famous, they want a cuddle buddy. Instantly, when they see a guy like me on
That's
the
that
dating
Midwest
sites,
shit, though.
for real, when they see a guy like me on the dating sites, it's like, I see this guy ignoring everybody else. I want him. He messes me. I must be the only woman that he's talking to. I'm about to lock him down.
Oh.
And I'd be like, my baby,
That's
it's like
delusional.
400 of y'all that I done like matched with in the last like 3 months.
I could get.
That's
4
how the apps
examples.
work.
For real though.
Oh my god.
So to hear y'all say that, is that like a Florida thing, a LA thing, or what?
No, a growth thing. I don't know. We have friends that are married. We have
Yeah, okay.
We have friends that are married.
Yeah.
We have both been in
Our close
long-term
friends are
relationships.
married. Yeah, we recently both just got out of long-term.
Like 6
relationships.
months ago.
Same.
So
Yeah.
Well, you longer, but yeah.
Yeah.
do you want to explain? And if we don't, we'll cut. Like we can cut this. What you told me at the bar, your current situation, because you said you were open to talking about it, and if you're not,
No, I am open to talking about it. It's
Okay,
totally
Go
fine.
ahead. Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna reveal a lot because you know I don't
But
have
no,
his consent.
correct. From your
Um,
perspective only.
But
I
okay,
ain't worried
so
about his consent.
okay, so it started on Hinge, and I was just looking, and I am at a point in my life where I do want something very casual. I don't want really any emotional involvement. You know, I just want someone to hang out with and have fun.
You want someone to make you come and make you feel.
Exactly.
Hey!
No, but exactly. Yes.
Beyond the D
Ding
episode
ding
3.
ding.
That's all I need.
So yeah, I was looking and I was really attracted to this one guy, and then I saw at the bottom of his page, it said, "I am in a ethical non-monogamous relationship. If you are not okay with that, like, don't swipe on me,
Right.
or whatever." So I was still into it. I was like, okay, I know that's like an open marriage, like that's fine,
Right.
whatever. We meet up, we hang out. It's not just he's fully married, and he kind of explains to me that like his wife kind of brought up the like, oh, we should probably be in an open marriage,
Dang.
and he was like, all right.
Dang. Okay.
And yeah, and then he's started seeing people, but it's weird because right now, like his wife lost her boyfriend,
So
who
they.
he was with.
So his wife is also seeing other people.
She started it. She wanted to see other people, so she was
That's
like, we should
fucked
do
up.
an open
Yeah.
marriage.
That's fucked up.
And he was like, yeah,
I don't know. Whatever
sure.
works, man.
And it, yeah. So she dated the guy that she wanted to for like a couple months. They recently broke up because now he has a girlfriend who doesn't, you know.
Right.
And yeah, I've just been seeing him for like a month. We hang out every week, probably every other week.
Every couple weeks, I'd say.
Yeah, and we go and drink and have fun.
Do you
And
want to
that's
say
it.
your comment first?
Yeah, what do you think
I'm
about
just saying,
that?
so like, with her, she said that because she for sure wasn't satisfied to say, whenever the woman initiated first, like, we should do this, means like something ain't happening to where she feeling fulfilled.
I don't know if you fulfilling me.
But what I'm saying,
Hey.
I mean, that's good, but like, that's good,
No,
but
I get it though. Like in theory, I don't know. I was with one person for a very long time. And it was
how long?
9 years.
Okay, that's a long time. I'll give you that credit. Go ahead.
And I was very unfulfilled. But no, like
Why?
He didn't make
Oh,
her
boy.
come.
Well, yes.
No, go ahead. No, okay.
Sexually, emotionally, it just wasn't the relationship.
She got
Was he
into
like
it
real-
so young that
I
she was
got
like,
into
"This
it
is
very
normal."
young. I was
College.
19 in college, and no, I just.
Was he like very sweet? Like what
No,
was
he
it?
was very nice. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he was not a bad guy at all. We just grew apart. It just wasn't what I needed
Mhm.
from my life.
Why did you like initially start talking to him though? Like how did they even start?
That's why I like to-
Oh man, this was like literally the beginning of college. It was just like, I think he was like friends with one of my suite mates, and then it's like, you know, anybody you meet in college, you're like, great, we're friends now. Let's be friends. Let's all hang out.
Mhm.
And so then we just, you know, were in a friend group for a while.
And then you just fell into a relationship.
Yeah, and then we just fell into a relationship, and then
That's
Who ended it?
I did.
She did,
Of course you
and he
did.
did not take it well.
Don't say that.
I mean, cause it's no, I get it.
Don't say that.
What do you say?
Why do you say a woman has to end it?
I mean, cause for the most part, like when a guy meet a girl, like especially now, guys be so desperate to meet a girl and they go all in. So I always talk about this. It's two extremes. It's a guy that's very attractive. They got status. They got money. You can have any of the things: looks, status, or money. Guys like that get most of the women, right? The guys who are very sweet and they make good money, but they might be overweight. They might be nice. They might be like, I'm never gonna be like my dad, right? Those guys are the ones that are very desperate for that relationship, very desperate to pursue that and make it work. So then they meet a woman, and the woman's like, all right, I appreciate all that, but like, dang, like, can you go off and play golf? Can you?
Life. I want to travel a lot. I want to meet new people, experience new things. It just wasn't right anymore.
She's
And the
got her
fact
hand
that
up.
and the
She's
fact
got her
that
hand
he
up.
was pursuing that is a problem.
Yeah.
He was pursuing that versus like, this is what I want, right? So that's when it's like, go
Teacher.
ahead, go ahead,
Teacher.
go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna be rude. I'm not gonna
No, go
interrupt y'all. I think for the first point, she's saying what she feels because she's a confident woman, correct?
Mhm.
Thank
She's
you.
saying, I was in a relationship for X amount of years. I liked it. I had fun. But I reached a point where I realized as I grew as a woman, I got my career
Yeah.
right, I got my money right, I knew what I wanted as a woman.
Exactly.
This is not the man I want because the man she was with was not a high quality man, correct? And she's a high quality woman, right? And she knows what she wants.
Thank you. I don't
That
want to talk
man-
too much shit.
I don't-
He's very nice.
And I'm
but
sure
he's
he
not
is,
for
and
me.
I'm sure he
He gonna be
is.
married
It's not for
someday.
me.
I'm sure he
He
is.
will.
I'm
Facts.
sure he
Just a
is.
long-term
But the
relationship,
difference,
like 2 weeks later.
I'm right.
the-
See, I don't even.
Anyway.
but the
We just
difference,
met.
and I have a point. No, for real, I have a point. But the difference
Yeah.
is that she realizes this man, whether he's a good boy or not, is gonna go find some girl that will allow him to be a little simp boy, correct? But she realizes what she wants out of a man. She wants a high quality man,
Yep.
and she's
Yep.
gonna accept the needs that high quality
Yep.
man wants,
Yep.
correct? And she's gonna live and accept the standards, similar to what she said, correct?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She's in a
Yeah.
situation where a man makes her feel he pleases her, he makes her feel good, right?
Yeah.
There's obviously like certain boundaries in this relationship that she's with this man he met on Hinge, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the difference is that when you said these men just are looking for XYZ women, those women that are looking for those men are insecure. They want
I
to sit
think
there and
so.
they want to control their man. They want to
I
sit
think
there and
so.
say, do this, do this, do
Yeah.
that. I'll give you this, but as long as I give you this, you have to do this, this, and that.
No,
Right?
I completely agree with you.
So
I
those
think-
women that are looking
yeah,
for
it's-
those
they
men
just want
are
different things
insecure.
out of life.
Can
All
I
they
swear?
want
Go ahead, dude.
is-
I don't. Those
Fuck
women
you,
that
too.
are
No, I'm joking.
those women that are sitting there saying, okay, I'm gonna date this man, but he has to do this, this, and this. I need to know what time you're gonna be home. You
There's
need
so
to
many
text me this. They're
rules. There's so
insecure
many
little
stipulations.
bitches
Exactly.
that don't realize what a man's needs are, and that's what she realizes. And whether she respects that man, she's gonna walk away and get what she wants, and I
Yeah.
respect her for that.
Thank you.
And
No,
also, we have to talk about how men seek comfort over anything else.
Yes.
They will
want
settle
mommies.
for a lot of women just because they want a mommy.
All they want is
A
someone
lot
to
of
take
them want a
care of
mommy.
them. That's
Yeah.
it.
It's crazy.
It's true.
It's
That's true.
honestly.
It's not all of them,
shocking.
but a lot of them.
Men's behavior is honestly shocking.
So I would say like that's crazy because look, where I'm from in Michigan, a woman to meet a guy like me, right? Millions of people watch my stuff every day, and back home they don't care. Like I said, if a guy is making 6 figures a year, like famous, in shape, abs, they don't know how to separate a guy like me from the average guy who work at like, you know, the mortgage business or work at like Chase Bank. They don't know how to separate the two.
Okay.
They'll say like, this guy who's well known, in shape, got money, you're the same as the guy who work at the bank. So all we want is a cuddle buddy, somebody to lay up with and watch
for
a
their
movie.
needs, it's the same.
Yeah.
for what they're going into the relationship asking for, it doesn't matter. Yes,
Right.
it's the same.
Yeah.
It's comfort,
Right.
it's stability,
Mhm.
it's whatever.
It doesn't matter who the man is.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
And that's the point I make to you, and we talk about this all the time, right? There's
Yeah.
going to be women, and I'm sure, like, this is why I want you guys here, is like, there will be women that'll because, like, I don't know how open you want to get here.
No, go ahead.
Whatever.
Make it happen.
Like, nervous.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like, there'll be women that message him, like, on the apps that just
Every
say,
day.
Of course.
that'll say, hey, period. Like, hey, period. Is some woman gonna message a guy like this who's high quality, has his shit together, has his life, has his money, has his status, has all this together, versus says, hey, versus someone that says, you're the most beautiful man I've ever seen, can I take you out for a drink? Correct?
When I hear that, let's go, my baby. When you
Like,
free.
but for real, that's why I'm
Wow.
asking them. It's like when
Yeah.
you are on the app swiping,
Right.
when you want to pursue someone, do you just say, hey, or
I
do you,
don't say hey.
No.
I will literally
A conversation starter if I'm
even
genuinely
that, but I
interested.
I
I'm just like,
will
okay.
compliment them on something on their,
Yeah.
you know, because to be fair, like yes, women and I am guilty of it. We talk a lot of shit about men.
Yeah.
Of course.
But men are honestly not that used to getting compliments.
See.
So
that's
when
crazy.
you do compliment them, it's a really nice opener. They feel more relaxed to talk back to
Yeah.
you. So yeah, it's just finding something. And I only swipe on a profile if there's something that stands out to me. Whether, I mean, they could be the
Yeah.
hottest person, but if they look
Someone that, like,
dull,
really
then I'm like,
speaks
no.
to me.
Facts.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, cause like what women don't understand is like, if I'm like, I get like maybe 10 to 20 women a day between Facebook dating, Bumble, Hinge,
Facebook.
Tinder. 20 a day that's like, hey, hi, hello,
Right.
and then the one that's like, oh my gosh, I love your hair, like I would
You
love to
gotta
get to
stand
know
out
you.
a little bit.
I'm like, hold on, who is
Exactly.
this? Who is this one out of
Hey,
the
what
10?
is that? That's no effort. That's nothing.
And for
Hey.
women think that like I want a guy specifically back home in the Midwest. I want a guy that's gonna pursue and chase me. But I tell women all the time back home, like
It's gotta be a little both.
if you
Yeah.
got 20 guys per day, 20 guys per day that's pursuing you, why do you want to keep doing that same thing? Because if you see Chris Brown, if you see Lil Wayne, you're not gonna expect that same thing. So I look at it as like, when you saying you want effort, it's like
Right.
you only saying it from the guys that you don't take serious. So what I did is I pulled back. I'm like, listen, you gotta understand that specifically back home in the Midwest, it's not a lot of guys who are like making money that's in shape
I
that
would
got
agree with
status.
that.
So when they say like, I want a guy that's gonna, it's like as a woman, y'all both can get on Tinder, everything, and post a certain picture, a bikini picture, and y'all should be banging. And they don't understand that, like, okay, why do you want every guy to be the same, right? You
No.
feel me?
We
Fuck
don't
that.
want every guy to be the same.
Like every guy to be blowing you up. Don't you want the guy that's like, and then they don't understand back home. They call me arrogant. They call me cocky because I'm
That's
like,
the Midwest, dude.
I know.
Fuck
Man,
no.
listen.
You're too big for the Midwest. I'm
Somebody
sorry.
told me that. Somebody told me that.
You're too
Say
big for the
True.
Midwest.
It's
Man,
a
look.
lot for the
It's
people in the
different.
back.
I don't
Too
even
big
been,
for
I
the
ain't even been
Midwest.
responding to my messages. For real. Look, I'll call somebody. I'll call girls up. So some girl hit me up today. Look, listen. I like one of the stories today. Some girl hit me up and was like, "Happy birthday, Trey. Oh my gosh, I seen you at a club one night." And like, yeah, we didn't talk from there, but then I matched with you on Hinge, and then I wasn't ready yet to like date or whatever. So then I see you on Instagram, and like, you know, can you give me a follow back? And like, I'm like, listen, my baby, I only follow people back that, like, I'm either inspired by them or I get to know them. And I'm like, you can feel free to unfollow me, like, no worries. She said, okay. Versus being like, you know what, I'm inspired by what you're doing. I want to get to know you. She
So
just
she
said,
never
okay.
really wanted to get to know
Right.
you. She
For
just
real.
wanted the
Wanted
clout.
to-
Hey. I'm done. I'm out.
But she like I'm telling you, a lot of these girls
It's
think,
confidence, though. It's,
Yeah,
it all
for real, though.
depends on the woman.
because
Yeah.
most girls like they like what we talk about a lot is like most girls say, I'm not gonna do the work to take care of myself. I want a guy to make me feel validated, and I want a guy to make me feel
Ding,
good.
ding, ding.
I'm
That's
not
it
gonna-
right there.
I'm not gonna
It's so
spend
true.
time by myself and work on myself. I
Yeah.
want a guy to do all the work
It's
for
a
me and make me feel
band-aid.
good.
Someone's loving me.
Cause
Someone's
for real.
telling me that I'm great and amazing.
Yes.
Therefore, I don't have to do any work
Yes.
on
Yeah.
myself.
Cause
Yes.
I done been in that for 7-8 years, and
Yeah.
you every day giving a girl flowers, doing
Even
this,
after
doing
that.
that, and it's a pit, it's a bottomless pit.
It is. Yeah. I think that's why if you don't respect yourself, if you don't have self-confidence, what do you bring to the relationship?
Mhm.
It won't work.
Yeah.
It won't work.
Facts. Can I?
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Go ahead.
And that's what I say to him all the time, right? Is like every relationship, because people will judge us all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back home.
Yeah.
For the like, I don't want.
Go ahead.
Whatever.
Go ahead. Talk that shit. Go ahead. We good.
So like people back home will judge us all the time. Oh, Hannah, how are you okay with this? How are you okay with that? Blah blah blah. How can you have other women? How are you okay with that? And it's like, as a woman, I'm confident. As a woman, I know this man is gonna like he and I communicate to the extent of what are our boundaries, what are this, what are that, right? But for him, because obviously very attractive man has people blowing up on his Hinge, his Tinder, whatever, all the time, right? Correct. Go out to the club, there are beautiful women every single night wanting to go up to him, but the difference is that he can sit there and talk to women. He can take another woman, whatever, out on a date, whatever, is what it is. But it's like, as a woman, you need to know, what is this man bringing to me at the end of the night? What is this man bringing me that's
What
making
you
me
want
happy?
out of the relationship, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, if I'm still happy
Then
with
who
whatever
cares?
my man's doing, as long as he's still treating me right and this man is still feeling wanted and needed,
Then why the
Yeah.
fuck not?
what is their fucking issue?
What's the problem?
And I think for him, and speak if I'm wrong, has been in situations before where it's like, I will do whatever it takes, whether it's money, clothes, gifts, etc., to keep you in the house with me for the night, because they don't want you to have what you need as a man, correct?
Of course.
And
Yeah.
how do you feel about that?
So the big thing is like,
Damn.
what I like is like, if you confident as a woman, and it's like, the thing is back home in the Midwest, I haven't spent enough time in like LA and Miami to know, but like, even when she like, whatever you doing, we not together, I don't care, I know how you treat me.
Yeah.
I literally go talk to 3 different girls that one day in my Midwest. I haven't heard from you in a week. Oh my gosh, you made me feel like, listen, next. She trying to argue, the next girl. Oh my gosh, well, are you going to commit to me if I go like and have drinks? Okay, next.
Again, it's all about expectations. Those women obviously want full commitment. They
Yeah.
want
But it's
a
an insecurity
husband.
of them.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. But like, here, I'm out here being like, you can fuck whoever. I don't care. I'm getting my needs met.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And it takes a lot to, I think all women start from a place like that. Like, look at the whole phenomenon of, like, pick-me's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, pick-me's are doing things to please men. And it's also, like, we're trained to do that as women since we're
Yeah.
kids. Like, you take whatever you can from a man.
You're
And you need
trained
and you
for
need their
marriage.
validation. So,
Yeah.
like, it just perpetuates more insecurity, more control. It's really bad.
The insecurity of it all is insane.
Like, we had a conversation with a girl earlier, and it was like, if this guy mess with other women, he don't care about me, he don't love me, but you gotta think, like, in my situation where it's like, hey, whatever you doing, here's my boundaries, like, this is the boundaries, and it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, man, I done got so many headaches, just to even chill with a girl and go out and have drinks, I done got so many headaches that I'm refreshed. My baby, listen, man, let's go, man, forget it. You feel me? So it's like, oh, this guy don't love me, he don't care about me as a guy. You can separate it to where it's like, okay, bet, this is what I was doing earlier. I come back and we chill. Forget about all that earlier. Like, this is what we got. And they don't understand how, like, no, this guy don't love me if he's talked to another girl. But it's like,
And that's
the only guy, I've seen guys give up on a wife, they kids, because they were like guys who were overweight, unattractive, and they didn't have options. So for the women in the Midwest specifically who are picking these guys who don't have a lot of options, when that one woman come across and be like, oh, your wife don't appreciate you, I do, that guy's gonna leave you, he gonna leave his kids, and he gonna leave y'all with no
any
money.
amount of attention.
Exactly. A
Yeah.
guy like me, I meet baddies every day, but I'm like, it ain't about baddies. Who's that woman that's been behind me and committed? Yeah, the baddies look good. I could go out here and meet Paris Hill tonight. All right, Paris, we had a good night. Good to see you. Let's stay in touch. Let's stay in touch. Real talk, because I know girls that's like famous, all that. Nice to meet you, my baby. We had a good night. We be in touch. I gotta go.
She's got something to
because
say.
of that confidence, right?
Yeah.
Because I got
Oh,
options
yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
You get a guy that don't got options, the moment and the more attractive girl come his way, and girls
That's
in the
it.
Midwest want a
That's
guy
it.
that don't got options because I've been in that situation. They get a guy that don't got options, the moment a prettier
They just wanna
girl
lock it
or whatever
down.
they think is a
They want
prettier girl
security.
come their way, it's over. That guy gonna leave you even though you think you got full control. He out the door the moment another girl comes his way.
Yeah.
I have a question for them.
Yeah.
Based off what you said.
Mhm.
So, opinion, living out here,
Mhm.
is how do you feel about a woman that matches with a guy, has never met him before, but says, quote unquote, because I don't believe that a man can go, I don't believe a man or a woman, vice versa, can ghost a girl on an app if they never met them.
Right.
I don't-
I agree.
Right.
That, if you've never met, it's not a ghosting.
I
It's just,
100% do not believe that's a
It's not.
ghost. Whether you got his number, whether you're messaging on anything.
if you've never met in person.
But how do you feel about a woman
Hmm.
that is going to blow their shit up on a man, says, "Oh, I liked you so much, I loved you, blah blah blah," literally drops the "I love you" if
Oh.
they've never met?
No.
No.
How do you feel?
That's psychotic.
Who's
That's
done that?
psychotic.
That's insane.
I
Whoa,
get
whoa,
that. I
whoa,
get
hold
that a
on.
lot.
Maybe
I
it's
get
that
that a lot.
daily.
Maybe in like a pandemic
Daily.
time when it was like extended
Daily.
conversation.
Every single day.
Okay,
no.
but they just have a parasocial relationship with you. Like they
No,
have an idea of
exactly.
you, and they're probably just obsessed with you.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Hey, say
No,
hello
real
to
talk.
the people in the
Man,
back.
look.
Parasocial
Man, look.
relationships.
Girl hit me up. Girl hit me up. I'm like, all right, let's get to know each other. Girl hit me up on that type, you know. And I'm like, let's chill, you know. I should have seen the signs already, but I'm like, okay, I'm getting headaches from these other 3 girls. Let me, whatever, boom, she said she available. So then we chill. It's an hour. And then after that hour, she just like, oh my gosh, you're like no guy I've ever met. Oh my gosh, instantly.
That's
No.
projection.
You're
That's
the only
projection.
guy I see.
Desperation.
And I told her, like, my baby, you hurt. If you don't go deal with that hurt, you're going to take that out when you meet a guy who really on his stuff, and you're going to take it out on me, and I ain't with all that, like, for real. So she was crying and all that because she couldn't handle it. But I'm like, she started crying because I'm like, listen, whatever hurt you got, you taking it out on me, and if you don't go deal with that, you're not going
It's
to see
not
the
my
guy that's in
business.
front of you. So I'm like,
And there's guys like that too. I get
Oh yeah.
Do you have my phone?
Dylan.
girls will say,
Oh.
promise
no.
me that you will
Uh-huh.
commit before we spend any
Talking
time
about
together.
Dylan?
Yeah, literally
Your phone
what
right
happened
there.
tonight.
Wait, is that it? Or
Oh.
a girl will say, promise me that you will commit before we even go have drinks.
That's crazy.
That
For
is
real.
crazy.
That's some Midwest shit.
But there's
I don't
some-
know.
I have a story. There's a man like that.
Right there, right there. Go ahead.
Go for
ahead.
it.
Go ahead.
It was a guy I met on Hinge,
Mm-hmm.
and we met up one time. Well, no, we met up multiple times, but he came out and we were good. I thought we were like, you know,
Vibing.
really vibing. It was really cool. And then maybe like 2 weeks into us hanging out, he just completely would not ever want to make plans anymore. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I was like, all right, it is what it is. A month later, I get a series of the craziest texts
Just the most
I've ever gotten
insane.
from a man. And he was just like, I'm sorry, I was really depressed, and I was like, really, like, you should give me another chance, blah, blah. And I was like, I would have given you another chance, but the way he approached me was so aggressive.
It was so aggressive.
And he
It
was, and
disgusting.
immediately he wasn't even saying, like, let's try again. Like, it wasn't positive. He was like, are you fucking other guys? Or
That's
do they have
crazy.
bigger dicks than me?
That's
And it
crazy.
was so, like,
The
his insecurity.
Out here?
Yes, the insecurity
Yes.
was blaring, and
What
I was
do you
like,
do for it?
nah.
After like months.
What did
like,
he do for
weeks
work?
Of
Yeah.
not speaking to her, nothing. He
Literally
just-
nothing. I don't know what
See,
he
look.
did for work.
And then
Was he
after
white?
that,
He was
tonight
white?
he texted
He
her.
was
He's like,
half
"Hey, how's it going?"
Argentinian, so
Um,
white.
look. I ain't never been to Argentina. I don't know. But
He was
look,
half Latino, but like.
but no, like real
Nah.
talk though, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Like if you a guy that's really on your game, ain't no way. The moment you a guy that's on your game and you sense that a girl not interested, you like, okay, bet. I'll shoot that message, but if she responds short, you move on. Like real talk. So what it sound like is like you laid it on him real good. She must have laid it on him. It was something that he ain't really experienced. He ain't have a lot of options, and he got
I
whipped.
don't know. I don't think so. Wait.
He got
you
hooked.
You need to direct this at her.
No, he got hooked.
What?
He got a dude like whatever. You must have laid it on him, and he got hooked. He probably ain't never experienced nothing like that. What? whatever.
But like,
he got
look
hooked.
at these text messages.
He got hooked. That's too much. As a guy, that's too much.
This is a guy, and he was like,
It's too much.
I didn't want to get attached to you because I've been
Yeah.
hurt before, and I should have communicated that. But
Look,
now you're
man.
out here fucking other guys.
He got mama issues.
It was like, you
He
were
does
not-
have
Listen.
no. That was one of the first things I noticed
Man,
about
listen.
him. He had mommy issues.
Daddy issues.
He was like-
either one.
He was always like, "Ugh, I was raised by a really strong single mom, and he just wanted another mom.
He trying to get married to fulfill a void, and as a guy, that's one of the worst things you can do.
Marriage and kids do not fix
Listen,
anything.
As a
They
man,
don't.
as
No.
a
You
man,
have to
as a
want
man,
it,
if you
don't
begging
get
for that, it's over. No woman is gonna like that. You got to get out, get in the gym, get your bread up, get your status up. It don't even got
But
to
with
be
any person,
whatever, man. For real.
you come across more attractive when you work on yourself.
Mhm.
You have to
Period.
be doing your own shit and not worry about anybody else. And then if you vibe with someone, great. But
as a man and a woman.
But you shouldn't
Yeah.
be trying to fit into someone's ideas. You shouldn't try to fit into someone's mold of what a relationship should be. Like, you do you, and you do you, and if you know,
Work
if you
together,
enjoy
great.
each other's
Alright.
company, you stay together, and that's it.
Period. And
As a-
podcast.
As a
That
man, as a man, if you start talking like that, that girl gonna look at you as like, I gotta take care of this guy emotionally. I'm good. And then she gonna go off to the guy that's ripped, that's shredded, that's like straight faced, that's very like straightforward. And then she gonna be with him for the night. Your feelings gonna be hurt. You gonna be crying, trying to like say, I don't want to live no more. Like literally, because you're gonna be hurt because it's like she with the guy that's on his purpose, that's dominant. And listen, I know because I've been in both sides. I've been the guy that's like, oh my gosh, I'll never treat you like your other guys treated you. Then it's like, man, that girl look at you and laugh at you.
But I think we've all been there, even as women. Like, I used to do whatever I thought men would like, or I didn't.
when you were young.
When I was younger, I didn't
Yes.
allow myself to like
Yeah.
things because I was so afraid of how I was being perceived.
Exactly.
And then when you let go of all that shit, like, that's where the fucking magic happens.
I think that exactly brings the point to those Midwest girls. Say to the people fucking listening is that you guys are very confident women in your life. You have your shit together. You know what you want. To the Midwest girls that sit there and say, oh, can we not go out tonight? Can we please lay here and cuddle? And can you tell me what we are? And oh, love me, touch me. But like, I only want to lay here tonight. Don't take me on a date. Hit my vape. Ha 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 ha.
Inside joke.
But if, look,
But seriously, right?
but if a girl wants that, you better find yourself some
A tweet
homebody,
For real.
nice little Midwestern boy.
For real,
and that's
though.
it.
But they don't
A
understand
nice
that.
corn-fed Midwestern
Hey.
They
boy.
don't understand that. They want to say, I don't watch.
Well, because they want something else. They're intrigued by big
Because they're
personalities.
insecure, they're
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
they're like, oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love your personality, but I want this, so I'm going to try to get you to
Shape
fit
you
what I
into
want.
me.
Man, look.
Exactly.
The Lions players, Detroit Lions, Pistons players. I don't want to see these guys struggle with the same thing I struggled with back in the Midwest. Yeah, I know you're like playing for the Pistons, the Detroit Lions, the NFL players, but can you please just lay at home and cuddle with me? Not understanding that when we go to Vegas, when we go to LA, when we go to Miami, it's a
It's
whole
just-
different
it's
ball
not-
And
game.
every time you leave, correct? Oh, why are you gone? Why are you not with me? Blah, 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 blah. Because they're insecure little girls,
Man,
right?
look, one story, look. One
It's
chick,
just
man.
the lifestyles have to
Man,
match.
look, one chick been trying to holler at me for a minute. And then look, I go to the club by myself for the first time. Like, we all go out in groups. We go out together. I go out to the club by myself. I live up the street from the club. Very prestigious, nice club.
Okay.
Just like LA. Somebody just knocked. Or was that you? Look, I go out. I walk in by myself. And then baby girl like, oh, are you by yourself? I'm like, yeah, what's up?
Let's
Oh my gosh.
preface.
Go ahead.
She left 2 men she was
Yes.
with to come talk to you.
The 2 guys she was sitting with was the guys that was like, oh my gosh, I'll do anything to be by you. She convinced 2 guys to sit by her on her arm while she was sitting there. I walk in, left the 2 dudes. The 2 dudes looked at me. I'm like, what's up, my boys? What's up? I could tell they was like, yo, what's going on? I'm like, yo, what's up, y'all? She grabbed my arm so quick.
Oof.
I'm like, I'm thirsty tonight. Who buy me a drink? I'll buy you a drink.
She bought you a drink?
For sure, she bought me a drink.
All who drink-
And then look, I'm like, I got an Uber here. I need a ride home.
Paid-
Send me a ride home and was like, you know what, we're good friends. Like, you're dating that other girl. Like, as long as you're dating her type stuff, we can't do this type stuff. And so I said, okay, have a good night. And like, we talked, she like, that was her only chance to really, but it was like, you dealing with all these guys that's doing anything to get close to you versus you need a guy that you're really trying to talk to. And you treat me like you treat the other guys that you sitting by that you're not interested in, and that's the problem. Where it's like
Different.
So
they don't know how to distinguish like, and what I be trying to tell girls is that, oh, I don't want to seem too easy. I say to me, if I'm busy selling multi-million-dollar real estate with my broker and I'm traveling, I got millions of people watching my videos. To me, easy ain't easy. If I'm attracted to you, it's like, okay, she not trying to waste my time because my time is valuable. My baby, let's go. You know, so like, I always tell girls before y'all answer next. When I'm like, I got a guy who multi-millionaire. He said he want to invest in me. When he said he want to invest in me, I said, listen, I'll email the guy, I'll DM the guy, I'll call the guy. I don't care how many times I gotta message the guy. If he get back to me and say I'm ready to invest in you, I'm ready. Right? You feel me? So I'm like, if I'm looking at an investor, I don't care if I seem easy. I'm trying to get that bag. And if you see a certain guy that you know they got that bag, go after it, man. They be so insecure about it, man. Right? Whatever. What y'all doing?
I gotta tell you something later.
All right,
But now, my question to you, like, talking about the situation, so whatever. So, like, we're very open and communicative, right?
Yeah.
About our boundaries, what I do as your woman, what you do as my man, correct? And so, when you told me about it, what was my, literally, like, what did I say about that whole situation?
You said she had a chance to really spend time with you while you was by yourself and she blew it.
Exactly.
She
I
blew it
literally
back.
said, this woman who has been begging, literally, not literally on her knees, but if she could get on her knees and beg for you, she would.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
No, I'm not kidding. Tried to befriend me, who I thought was like a chill girl, because there's not a lot of chill girls back home.
Ooh, that's the worst though, when they try to befriend you to get closer to the guy.
And he knows I don't be that close with women back home because they mean. Try to befriend me, and then, again, I don't know how prerogative you want me to get here, but it's like, you had your chance. You could have gotten anything and everything from me. And to me,
Yeah.
that's attractive. That man's going to go. My man's going to go and get that and be happy and then come and tell me about it. Because I'm still his girl, right? And that's what makes us work. Because I know what a man needs.
You good.
A
If anything-
high quality man. So
Quality.
that's the difference. This
Yeah.
woman sat there because she is insecure. She wants you to hug her and hold her while she cries all night, complaining that I'm not in shape. Men don't like me. Only these kind of guys like me. No, honey, go
Yikes.
back to the gym. Go get your shit. No, and that's
Work
not a
on
bad
your
thing.
shit together.
That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
a bad
Work on
thing as
yourself.
women because
Yes.
it says if you go to the gym, your mental health will be better. Because all women are all mental health, blah blah blah. That's all fucking bullshit and fake. Whatever. Going to the gym makes your body right and you'll feel better. But whatever. Go to the gym. Feel
Take a
better about
fucking walk.
yourself.
Anything.
Get your
Take
shit
a hop or
together.
walk.
Get some sun. That's all you need.
And if she facts, but then if she does that and then comes to him, it's a different story. Instead of just begging for him to feel better, and that's what's different about LA. Neither one of you, and I believe that, even though we like literally just met, will go to a man and say, "I need validation, make me feel pretty."
Never again.
No, you
No.
both know what you want,
Never.
No.
and you're going and getting that. And if
Yeah.
that man doesn't give it to you, bye.
Bye. Exactly.
Exactly.
No, real talk, because when I see that, like, people will be like, I don't want to seem, or women will be like, I don't want to seem too easy. When we first met, you would consider her easy.
Is that hold
Man,
on?
listen.
Is that still an issue?
Nah.
Hey!
To the-
How do you
Listen.
feel about waiting 3 months to fuck someone?
No.
What?
No. Absolutely not.
Sorry.
Absolutely
I
not.
No, but I truly believe that if there's chemistry there, if there's a vibe there,
Why not?
you could have, and
immediately.
I like, because girls are like, oh, I don't want to have sex on the first day because then they're not going to take me seriously. No. If it's there, it's there.
Who
You can
fucking
fuck on the
cares?
first night. It's not a
Yes.
big deal.
Look, the thing is, I can't tell you that there are women that I really don't remember because I realized back home in the Midwest, and I'm going to be very brutally honest, as a guy, like in my position, when I go on new dates, I have to schedule at least, if I'm going on a new date, I have to schedule at least that girl, let's say we going out at 7 o'clock. She might say I'm free at 8. No, let's do 7. And then I got to schedule at 9 o'clock to say, okay, if she say, I don't want to seem too easy, I'm tired after kissing all over me, I got to go home at 7 o'clock. I got to have a 9 o'clock coming over to say, okay, but then I got to have a 11 o'clock that I know that's like, the 11 o'clock is
That's
like, we already got
Just-
chemistry.
wait,
we know
wait.
what it is, and that's what it's like
Logistically-
dating in the Midwest for real.
Logistically, that's all.
But the problem is, the guy who worked a 9 to 5 don't have those options, so he fall in love with the first guy that he get because he's not used to
But
the attention.
A lot of people just don't need anything more than that either.
No, there's some people
Anyone
who
pays
they
attention
value
to them and they're
comfort
like, great,
over anything.
This is it.
It
Yeah.
just depends on the type of person.
So like, I can't describe to you how many women that hit me up today. I can go check my phone right now. Hey, what you doing tonight? My
Happy
baby,
birthday,
I'm
Jen.
in I'm in LA right now. I'm chilling. It's 3 girls with me. I'm not thinking about you right now because when I took the time out of my day where I could have been studying, I could have been working, I could have been at the gym, I could have been making content. I took we chilled. You said, "Oh, I want to go back to your place." You started hopping all over me, whatever, right? And then, the moment I make a move, I'm tired. I gotta go home. This guy's about to chase me. No, I'm not about to chase you because 2 other girls before you came over did the same thing. So I'm about to go chill with somebody that I know that's not about to do that. There's liquor in this.
It's mine.
Oh, let's get it. Anyways, real talk though.
Real
And that's
talk,
what it's like in the
yeah.
Midwest. And the guys who don't have the option to do that is tough because I've been there before where it's like you get the one girl. And here's the thing, women back in the Midwest think they want the one guy that's like the dream man who would never cheat on me. Give it a year.
Okay, but
6 months. That one man that would never cheat on you,
no.
he
No,
blowing your phone up
no,
every day, all day,
no,
watching
no.
porn.
Double hands.
Go ahead.
Fuck the word cheating. I fucking hate that word.
Go ahead, break it up.
No.
No,
What is-
we have
What is cheating to you? Do you believe in that word?
Look, I do, but again, in circumstances, for people who are extremely committed to each other and have agreed it's only you, and then if someone, it's just hurtful. Like, then I recognize as cheating. But if there are no boundaries, if there are no labels of exclusivity, it's not cheating. It's not.
And you have to
no,
think,
no,
there's
no.
also different, there's people who are you can talk to a fucking couple who's 50 years old, and you could be like, have any of you ever cheated? And they're like, no, we've been together 50 years and we've never cheated. And they've never cheated physically, but people emotionally cheat all
Check
the
that
fucking
browser.
time.
Check your
All
man's
the
browser.
time.
Check your home.
All
Look,
the time. Just
I can't-
because they're not
All
hooking
the
up with
time.
someone doesn't mean they're liking people's Instagram stories.
Yeah.
They want to talk to people. They want to
Emotionally
meet
invested.
people.
Listen,
They're
The
emotionally
word
Hold on.
invested.
he knows the word cheating gets me triggered
The
every
amount
time.
of times that guy done watch threesomes on Pornhub or his coworker that he done set.
His
like-
work wife. He wants
No,
to
real
fuck
talk.
that work
Even
wife.
if he didn't,
He's fucked that work wife. You know he has.
even if he didn't though, the fact cause I know what it's like. Here's the game I play sometimes. There's women back home that y'all about to be watching this. There's a lot of y'all that I know that want to sit and cuddle, kiss all over me, and then get up and go home. Sometimes I'll be like, man, listen, my shorty busy. Come over and have a drink with me. Talk, let's chill and vibe. And I know you about to get up and go home. And as soon as you get up and go home, I know what's happening after. So thanks. So I can give my shorty a break. She can chill, go do whatever she want to do. But best believe, when you do all that and you say, I'm about to sit and talk, we about to have a good time, listen. You already know what's about to happen after. And I'm very open about the shit where I'm like, okay, bet, you done did all this, you done try to lead me on, but you know what's happening after. So I'm like, work wife. Oh, we sit and have conversations, we talk. A lot of these guys be like, trust me because I know and I've been there. My wife don't talk to me. My wife don't make me feel like this.
They're trying to fulfill that void that they have.
And they go and have them dinners. They go have them coffee dates, and then right after that, it's like, okay,
Networking
emotionally,
events.
for real though.
And that's,
Yeah.
and,
Hey, the
I
networking
break-
events.
and you
I already
see
know.
it. You see it.
I already know.
No,
Listen,
he sees it because I brought him.
real talk,
Because I
man. Look,
And it's just a bunch of horny people.
Look, everyone everyone's unfulfilled, honestly, in some way or another. You are with someone, you're unfulfilled. You're alone,
Unless you're
unfulfilled.
Yes.
Everyone's just trying to get it where they can, you know?
Yes, and that's why you have to invest that back into yourself.
Look, the last year of my life has changed things for me. I don't see things as black and white as they used to be. When it comes to cheating, I don't know. I think there's a time and a place. I think if it's not emotional, if it's purely just fucking, it means nothing. Everyone's just trying to get it where they can. You know,
Facts.
I don't know.
and the fact
Especially
that you
as
can
a
recognize
man.
that though, for real.
Mhm.
Especially as a man, because a woman fucking a man, there's science behind it. A man fucking a woman, he could go out and fuck a woman right now and not call her tomorrow and not give a fuck. That woman is going to think about it for days. correct? Because a woman's brain, like, whatever,
Yeah.
like,
Most
when
women,
you come,
yes,
yes,
will
it's like,
think about it
But
a
it's
lot.
not-
I love him,
Sure.
I love him. Right, but, like, emotion, like, if you look at, like, the science behind
Right.
The
it.
science is
Okay.
that, like,
Unless dogs
there
ain't doing
is-
it right, then it's like, okay.
There-
Maybe I'm just
No, there's like a
extremely
bonding.
But
emotionally
no, I agree with you.
unavailable,
I agree
but-
with, yes, and I agree with you, and that's what I'm saying.
Because
It's
you was
like,
emotionally available, right?
yes.
I mean, look.
Yeah.
I mean,
Correct.
Emotionally
I mean, she,
unavailable.
Correct.
she was. But look, what you think
So-
happened? What you think happened? She was emotionally unavailable. What you think happened?
With you
Yeah,
two?
what you think happened?
Well, you're here right now.
I know,
so.
but she was emotionally
she was
unavailable. saying-
unavailable.
She
Yeah.
told me, like, I'm not looking for this. I'm good. I'm good. What you think happened after, like?
She got to know you and she liked
Exactly.
you.
No,
It's
no,
all
no, no,
about
no.
the person.
No.
Oh wait, no. Was she?
What
was
did
she
she
like?
like?
Was she like fuck you and you chased?
Oh.
No, not
Dick
even
to
that.
bomb.
Huh?
Her? Ooh.
Dick to bomb.
Digmatized.
Stigmatized.
No,
She was
real-
stigmatized.
Cause no, real talk. Cause it's like,
Yes.
okay, I'm emotionally
No, how'd
unavailable.
that-
Blah
how'd
blah
it
blah.
happen then? Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, okay, bet perfect. You're not trying to wife me up. Okay, bet.
Right.
Oh my gosh, like, okay, bet. I want this more and more and more. I said, okay, bet.
Because you're on the same wavelength.
Yeah,
Right.
you're on the same level.
same page. You want the same things out of life. But when the other person is too desperate or wants more than you or different, then you're like, holy shit, hold on. But when you're both
Yeah.
like, cool, this is chill, great, then you can both like rise to
Yeah.
the occasion together.
Yeah, and I told her, I was like, listen, you can go do whatever you want to do. I'm chilling. I got my whole thing going on.
But I don't.
No, I'm good. Whatever
Yeah.
you got going on, this is all I need. You can go do whatever. As long as you keep doing this and being this and being
That's
here for
when
me the way you
people
doing.
work. When you're good,
Facts.
and you're good.
I was
Yeah.
like, I ain't
You're good
tripping about what
together.
you got going on. Go
And
do
you're
that.
good to go.
Boom. No, the
together.
way you make me feel, everything. Boom.
Yeah.
I want this. I need this. And I said, she said, you can go do whatever you got going on. As long as you keep treating me like this, making me feel like this, taking me out doing this, whatever, blah blah blah. I'm good. I said,
Your
all right,
needs are
bet.
met.
Yeah.
Good.
Real.
Well, that's healthy because I feel like
Again, healthy. I would say most relationships are not healthy.
are not healthy.
No.
I would say most relationships are like 75% expectations
Mhm.
and then the rest is communication. So if you are fucked in communication and you don't, then you're always
Also-
you're never gonna know where the other person stands.
And
it's very
codependency,
clear that you
like-
guys know where the other stands. You
Yeah.
know, that's everything.
Man.
I was thinking about this too because with the man in the open marriage that I'm dating, dating whatever.
Hey.
See,
His wife, like, I need something else. What's up? Go ahead, what you
For
saying?
real.
That's fucked up, but the girl, the woman.
But I was thinking about it,
Whatever.
and I was
I have
talking.
opinions on this.
Peter.
I was
Circle back.
I was talking to my friend about it, and she was like, "But how do you feel? Like, do you feel like you're getting emotionally attached? Like, you don't want him to be married?" And I was like, "No, I don't feel that way."
because
At all.
he
Because
gives
we
you what
knew-
you want.
Also, we were on the
Mhm.
same page because he put it on his Hinge profile.
Right.
Yeah.
If you are not okay with this kind of relationship,
Do not
don't
engage.
hit me up.
Right.
And it's kind of nice to take out the expectations of dating because every
Because
time
it's
we
not
see
going anywhere.
because it's not going anywhere, there's no end goal to the dating. We just enjoy each other's company when we see each other.
Right.
And I think that's exactly it. Whether it's the situation you're in or it's I'm trying to find someone to date. Because a lot of women, and I will say this to a T, I truthfully want every single fucking woman to know what she wants. To know I want a man who's
Yeah.
either gonna cuff me, make me, marry me, fucking come in me and have my kids, whatever, or what.
For real.
But no, seriously,
Yeah.
like that or the latter. In your situation, you're gonna make me feel good when you're not here. Fuck it, I'm
Yeah,
still living
yeah.
my life. I have my shit together, and when you come
Yeah.
to me, not what when you sorry, that's not what I meant. But like when you come to me and you're spending time with me, you make
It's
me
ju-
feel good, and
Yeah.
I know what we want. And that's what bothers me about women is like some man broke your heart way back when in college. There's always the one guy. Every woman knows. There's always the one guy that broke your heart. Whatever.
I've never had a
Get
heartbroken
your
man.
shit together because stop comparing that man to the next man you're seeing. Stop comparing
Yeah.
that man to, oh well, you did this, you did that, so now
And then
you're
you
fucked
think
up.
every guy that you
Yeah.
meet is
Get
just
your
gonna
shit
do the
together.
same
Get,
shit.
as a woman, get
Yeah.
your own money right. Get your own life together. Get yourself in the gym. Don't make a fucking man do that for
Fix
you
you.
because no man will ever look at you and respect you.
With as
And
much
that's
I
exactly
hate playing
why I
therapists.
respect
I hate
you.
playing therapists.
For real. For real.
But like I will say, like, listen, if you want Peter, I call them Peters, right? They work 9 to 5, Chase Bank, Bank of America. Like, ain't no
No.
problem with Peter. I used to be
I was joking.
Peter. I was saying the black community.
Peter.
We call him
You got
Clarence.
rumors.
We call him
Okay,
Clarence. If
Clarence.
y'all seen
Okay,
8 Mile,
Yes.
his parents married. His real
Clarence?
name is Clarence. We call him Clarences, right? In the black community. In the white community, call them Peters. I don't know about no other Mexican, Arabic, whatever. But like, listen, Peter is like the guy who wants marriage, who wants family, and I used to be that because I thought, oh, I want to make my legacy better. I don't want to be like my dad. I don't want to be in the streets. I don't want to be. That was a YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't want to be this. I don't want to be that. I'm going to be better than my dad type stuff, right? And then that's cool, but if you want that, that's cool. But the
It's
problem is
incredible.
this. When women will say, this guy who's the guy who's making money, driving a nice car, in shape, dressing good, I'm going to treat him just like Clarence or Peter. Where it's like, no, if you want that, you have to accept. You won't get a guy like me who's shredded, abs, successful, followers, living a life, popping
Okay,
bottles,
flex.
VIP. I'm just saying, if you want the married guy, if you want the guy who's going to give you kids and all that, you have to understand that a lot of these guys are going to be the guy who's overweight, the guy who prioritizes you. Oh, I don't want to go to the gym, baby. You're more important. Forget my friends. You're more important, baby. And that guy isn't going to be attractive. One of my
And
one
then
of the,
you grow to resent each other later.
facts.
Exactly.
One of the girls that I was with long term.
You settle.
I like the fact that you don't attract other women. The moment I started
What?
because it was more like control.
She said that?
No, real talk. I don't like the fact that you are getting all this attention because you're going to the gym. Your Instagram is growing because she liked the fact that she had full control
that
of
you
like
needed,
Right.
yes,
That you
facts.
needed her.
The fact that
yeah.
it was like, I got all of your attention, I got all of you, I want you and you're all to me. You can look, a lot of women will say, I want a guy that look good, that can cheat, but don't. I want all of you
No,
to me.
I think that's just human nature though. Like on both sides. You want someone who you want someone who makes you feel important.
Yeah.
You know? That's all and kind of any of us want is
Yeah.
to
That's
feel
true.
loved.
But
and attended
on the
to,
other spectrum
but-
of that, I think sometimes relationships and starting families, getting married, is a very narcissistic thing to do.
Ooh, that is
Ooh.
another topic entirely. Do
Narcissist.
not even get me
But
started.
it is a
On
narcissistic
that.
thing to do
I
because
agree.
Man.
you.
Is this just the LA girls speaking again?
What do you mean?
I think
No.
having children is narcissism.
No, because you got to think. I was married.
Because
People know I just
because
talked
you
about it.
want that whole thing you said about a
Mm.
legacy.
I was
I
married
know a
for
lot of people.
7 years.
You were married?
7 years. 7 years. Look, listen.
Oh shit.
Oh, I want another third kid. Oh, I'm not ready for that. Oh, I want a divorce. It's like, dang, but you was ready to have another kid.
They think you think it'll fix things. you
Oh,
know?
let's get this. Let's get 2 dogs. Let's get a house. Let's get this. It's like,
No.
you know what I mean? So like, yeah. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, it's like you gotta know what you want. If you want that stability, settle for the Clarence and the Peter, the guy who got the gut, the guy that don't know women want, but don't
That's
try to
so
go
true.
after the athlete, the guy that got status, that got money, and expect him to be like Peter or Clarence, because you can't. You gotta decide which one do I want. And when you decide, I want the guy that's gonna marry
And
me,
what
and give me
that comes
kids.
with, yeah.
And no other woman want him, he gonna be unattractive, he gonna only want you, and he gonna do everything and beg you and be with you 24/7. But if you want the guy with money, status, and all that, you gotta understand what comes with that. And you gotta
I could
decide
do
which
that
one you
for
want
both
and choose
if I
it
wanted to,
and go from
all
there,
both.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Thrifty?
No.
We good?
Oh, I was like, damn.
Anything else? Any last comments? Cause man, I think that was fire.
Any last comments? No. Don't settle. Love yourself,
Know what
and
you
the
want.
rest will come.
Work on yourself.
That's it. Work
Know
on
what you
yourself
want.
and love
Only
yourself.
help.
Like and subscribe. We out. It's gonna be a lot of clips. Let me turn this off real quick because I can't keep it rolling. Hold on. Oh. All right, man.
Do you see?